China has announced tariffs of up to 125% on American goods in response to President Trump's earlier trade restrictions. Beijing says it will not respond to any further U.S. tariff increases, calling them pointless. Chinese President Xi Jinping is also urging European countries to stand together against what he describes as U.S. bullying. Meanwhile, markets are reacting to the uncertainty, with gold prices reaching new highs as investors look for safer options. At the same time, a key figure from the Trump administration, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, has arrived in Russia for important talks. He's expected to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg. The visit comes at a time when the U.S. is facing increased tensions with both China and Iran, countries that maintain close ties with Russia. While official details of the meeting are limited, reports suggest that economic cooperation and diplomatic concerns will be on the table. Witkoff will head to Oman next to continue discussions with Iranian officials. In Oman, the U.S. and Iran are preparing for high-stakes nuclear talks. Iran has said it is open to a fair and serious agreement, but will not accept threats or pressure. The U.S. has recently imposed more sanctions, while Iran warns it could expel UN nuclear inspectors if tensions rise further. In a major diplomatic breakthrough, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif wrapped up his visit to Belarus with promising news for Pakistan's workforce. Belarus has offered to host 150,000 highly skilled Pakistani workers, a move the PM dubbed a gift for the youth. The agreement comes amid deepening bilateral ties, with both nations signing 15 MOUs spanning defense, trade, agriculture, and environmental cooperation. Sharif emphasized Pakistan's need for Belarusian expertise in mining and agriculture, while President Lukashenko expressed confidence in a strategic partnership. The two-day visit also marked the signing of a comprehensive 2025 to 2027 roadmap, paving the way for future joint ventures and long-term collaboration. Meanwhile, the Energy Ministry informed the National Assembly that circular debt has been reduced by 9 billion rupees over the past 6 months, now standing at 2,384 billion rupees. The ministry credited improved disco recoveries and outlined a roadmap for 2025 to 2029, which includes real-time monitoring systems and advanced metering infrastructure to crack down on electricity theft. As part of the broader reforms, tube wells will be solarized and legal action will target defaulters under the Land Revenue Act. Meanwhile, NEPRA has approved a 1.71 rupees per unit power subsidy funded through petroleum levies, a measure expected to provide short-term relief for consumers amid rising energy costs. Amid rising concerns about education exchange programs, the United States Educational Foundation in Pakistan has officially dismissed rumors that the Fulbright scholarship has been terminated. While the global UGrad program was recently shut down, 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐬 clarified that Fulbright is still active, with ongoing stipends and support for Pakistani scholars in the U.S. However, the broader suspension of U.S. exchange programs continues, stoking anxieties among students. 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐬 assured continued updates and reaffirmed the U.S. commitment to educational ties with Pakistan. The death toll in Gaza continues to mount as Israeli airstrikes show no sign of slowing down. At least 26 more Palestinians were killed in the latest attacks, bringing the total number of lives lost since October to a staggering 50,912, according to Gaza's health ministry. Over 100 more were wounded in the past 24 hours alone, pushing the number of injured to nearly 116,000. Many victims remain buried beneath rubble, unreachable by rescuers as the humanitarian crisis deepens with each passing day. In a rare and significant move, hundreds of reservists from Israel's elite intelligence unit 8200 have joined Air Force officers in demanding an end to the war. Citing political motives behind the ongoing assault, the petitioners argue that the war has drifted far from its declared security goals. Their letter warns that prolonging the conflict could lead to the deaths of Israeli hostages and soldiers. The military, backed by Prime Minister Netanyahu, has responded by discharging reservists who voiced dissent, igniting further controversy. The backlash has also spread to academia, with around 2,000 university faculty members adding their voices to the call for a ceasefire. Meanwhile, on the ground in Gaza, the suffering is relentless. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, warns that residents are now facing the longest blockade on aid since the conflict began. In a recent video, a displaced woman from 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐬𝐬 shares how her family has been forced to relocate 5 times, now surviving without food and space. UNRWA has urgently renewed its call for a ceasefire, stressing that without immediate action, the humanitarian catastrophe will only worsen.